Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about algebraic expressions. What is an algebraic expression? An algebraic expression is a mathematical expression that consists of variables, numbers, and operations. This is an example of an algebraic expression. You've probably seen this before and you probably have an idea of what it is and how to write one, but you might have not known it was called an algebraic expression. Let's go through the definition of the algebraic expression. The expression consists of variables, numbers, and operations. The numbers in the expression are just any regular numbers. The variables are symbols used to represent a number in an equation or expression. The variable is unknown, and the value of the variable can change. The variable is typically a letter, and most often it's x. The operations in an expression are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Expressions are not the same as equations. That can be kind of confusing, but an expression, the way you can tell the difference is an expression does not have an equal sign, and an equation does have an equal sign. An equation is definitive. An expression can change. Since it's not equal to something, the value of the variable in the expression can be different. But mainly you just have to remember that expressions do not have equal signs. A way you can remember that is that the spelling of expression and equation tell you whether or not they have an equal sign. Expression does not have the word equal anywhere in it, but equation at the beginning of it almost has the complete word in it. This is an expression, and this is an equation. Each part of the algebraic expression can be explained or represented by words, and whole phrases or sentences can translate into whole expressions. There are certain words that signal for each of the operations. So we're going to go through what each of those words are, what most of the words are for each operation, so you know how you can write an expression from a phrase of words given to you, or you can write a phrase of words from an expression. So for addition, some of the words are plus, and, added to, greater than, more than, increased by, total, and sum of. For subtraction, some of the words are minus, difference between, from, less, less than, fewer than, decreased by, take away. For multiplication, some of the words are times, product of, double, triple, etc., twice, and multiplied by. For division, some of the words are quotient of, half of, goes into, per, share equally, and divided by. Let's do some practice. So in this table, we're going to fill in the empty cells. The first row has a phrase, and we're going to find the expression. So the phrase is the sum of 3 and a number. From the chart that we just looked at, we know that sum means addition. And we're adding the number 3 and then a number, which is an unknown, and we would just put a variable or an x there. So we have addition of 3 and x, which when we write an expression would look like this, 3 plus x. The next row, we have the expression, and we're going to make the phrase. So the expression is 3x minus 11. So we have to find words that represent the multiplication happening between 3 and the variable, and then the subtraction happening between 3x and 11. So I'm going to start by explaining the multiplication. I'm going to say 3 times a number, which is a general phrase you can use when you want to signal an unknown. 3 times a number, and then I can pick any of the words from the chart to try to say minus 11. I'm going to say decreased by 11. So we have 3 times a number decreased by 11. Okay, in the next row we have 5 more than twice a number. We have 5 and then more, which is a word that signals addition. So we have 5 plus, and then we have more than twice a number. Twice a number means that there is a number 2 times, which is another way for saying 2 times a number. So we have 5 plus 2 times the number. And this time I'm going to pick n for my variable. So we have 5 plus 2n, or 2n plus 5. They mean the same thing. All right, let's do a word problem example. An electrician charges $45 per hour and spends $20 a day on gasoline. Write an algebraic expression to represent his earnings for one day. So when you think about an electrician, he's going to be out and about for the whole day. He's going to spend different amounts of hours at different people's houses. At everyone's house, he charges $45 per hour. But we don't know how many hours he is working that day. But we know that he will get $45 for every hour that he works. And then at the end of the day, after driving around everywhere, he has to spend $20. So $20 of the money that he earned is taken away. So let's think about each part of this. He has $45 per hour, which means he's getting $45 for every hour he works, which per is seen in our chart, and that means multiplications. We have 45 times h, and then we still have the $20. And when you think about spending something, it's taking away money from the rest of your money. So spending $20 would be equal to minus $20. When you add all this together, you get 45h minus 20. Okay, just some things to remember before we go. Remember that there are certain words for different operations. Sometimes these words can be tricky, but when you're trying to figure out an expression from a phrase or a phrase from an expression, it's helpful to remember what the different words are. So if you want to take a screenshot of this part of the video, or just pause it and read it a few times, it would be really helpful for you to know what words go with which operations. And this list isn't necessarily all of the words that it could be, but this is a good amount. And lastly, just remember that expressions do not have equal signs, so you do not need to put an equal sign on your homework or your test when it asks you to give you an expression. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody.